sir. Welcome back, gang. We live. It's me, your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. Y'all know why I'm here. It's another edition of the starting five for DraftKings and FanDuel, alright? But before we get into it, you know it's the lineup review. Going over my best lineup from yesterday's slate. So pull up a chair, sit down. We're going to talk about it, man. If you're new to the channel, you definitely in the right spot. It's the best kept secret in daily fantasy sports, man. Hit that subscribe button. Turn notification bells on so you can be here rocking with us every day when the videos drop. Also, do me one small favor, two small favors. Like and share the video, man. Like it and share it on your Twitter, your Facebook, whatever, man. Get it out to the people. Do your boy that one small favor, all right? It's a small gesture of kindness that goes a long way, all right? When you do good, you get good in return. You know we all about that positive energy and karma over here, so do that for your boy, all right? Now, last night was a wild one. You hear me? It was one of them ones. Super high scoring. Oh my God. It don't matter who you pick, man. Everybody was going off. You definitely needed some Knicks. Definitely a good night on DraftKings. FanDuel was utterly ridiculous. But best lineup put up on DraftKings. This is a $12 single entry. Came in 13th place right here. Put up 376. Super high scoring night. Let's get into the breakdown. My starting five yesterday for my Patreon gang. We went Gooden, Davis, Ingram, Toppin, and Duran. Once all those Knicks guys was out, man, I knew all those Knicks players was gonna be chalky, and they all got there. It didn't matter what Nick you took. It literally did not matter what Nick you took. Any Knicks starter got there. Like, it was ridiculous. I didn't think everybody was gonna get there, but I had Quickly, had Toppin, had Grimes. I only had like two Mitchell Robinson lineups, but everybody got it. You couldn't go wrong with Nick, which made it a super high scoring night. As you can see, very chalky lineup, man. The place I wanted to get different was Brandon Ingram. I knew nobody would pay up there. Plus, that price tag was a little. I was a little uncomfortable with the price tag, but I knew nobody was gonna pay up to Ingram. Everybody was just gonna get that value in and go all the way up to Luka, go to Kawhi, maybe even pay down a little bit and get Kyrie. Like, I just knew everybody was going to avoid Ingram, so I knew he was a good leverage spot to have, and he could give us a night that could win us the contest. He almost got it done, struggled a little bit, but overtime saved us, and he ended up being solid. But you can just see the rest of the lineup. Goodwin super chalk, 68%. Great chalk. Davis, 36%. Great chalk. Toppin, Durant. I mean, it's not much for me to say, man. It's just all the chalk got there. Like, it was just ridiculous. You had Bobby Portis with Giannis them ruled out. It was just value everywhere. No real pay up options to go to. That's why we got different with Ingram. That ended up being the difference over here. Wish he could have went a little higher and really got us the win, but we'll definitely take it right here. 376, man. My best lineup on DK. Now, Fan Duel. You see this? 384. And all it got me was a min cash. FanDuel, that was the most. It was 380 just to get in the money on FanDuel. 380 just to get in the money. That's the wildest night I done seen on FanDuel. Maybe ever, man. It was rough over here. Like, you had to have it together. I think the winning lineup was like 470 or something like that. It was utter madness. Yeah, 380 just to get in the money. So just a bunch of men cashing over here. Just lost half of my buy-in for real. Just a lot of men cashing. This is my best lineup, man. 384. Tyus Jones, of course. I got some Drew Holiday in there once Giannis was ruled out. Kyrie Irving here at 12%, gave you 50. Johnny Davis at 63% over here, gave you 40. Jaylen Brown was underwhelming at 31%, only gave you 41 fantasy points. Jordan Nwora really hurt me yesterday, man. I don't know what was going on with him. Just did not have it together in that high-scoring game. He's one of the Pacers' legitimate scorers, so he just had an off night, man. Really hurt us here. We could have definitely had a better performance out of this lineup, but New Orleans left a lot on the table. Bobby Portis, of course. Obi Toppin, and then I got different with Daniel Gafford right here at 2.5% on. Figured he could have a decent night. I didn't know if he would. I figured J Huff got all those minutes because Gafford had a little foul trouble too, but Huff still got his minutes. Huff looking like he might be a baller, man. Huff look nice out there. They got to get that boy some run next year, man. He look like he got some skills, but that's another note. We'll get to that later. But yeah, best lineup on FanDuel, a wild night, 384. But get ready, guys. That is just the start. Listen, 5-gamer tonight. Let's talk about it. But I'm gonna give you this prep speech. This is the time of year right here that I probably would advise y'all, especially if you're new to NBA DFS, this is your first season, even seasoned professionals, man, even if you've been doing this for a while, this is usually the time you probably want to take off and just wait till the playoffs start, because it's going to be madness all the way to the end of the week. Everything is pretty much locked in. We only got one game that matters tonight pretty much. Everybody's pretty much locked into their position, at least on this slate right here. The only game that really matters tonight is the OKC and the Jazz game, pretty much. All right, everything else is pretty much locked in. I think Denver locked into the first seed. I think Philly, them locked into like the second or third seed over there in the East. Everybody's pretty much locked in. So you're going to get a lot of guys resting. Even if guys play, they going to mail it in. Like, it's finna be wild. It's going to be the wild, wild west out here these last couple of slates, I'm telling you. So, this is, if you ain't got the stomach for it, because you're going to take a beating. I mean, even myself included. I can't get away from it. I'm a degenerate. I'm on every slate. And I'm going to be here for you. So, trying to get you through it, especially if you're over there with the Patreon gang. I'm going to try to get us through it. I'm a degenerate. I'm on every slate. But it's going to get wild. You're probably going to take a beating. Like I said, myself included. Because it's going to be things you don't see. Things you weren't counting on. Even guys that's playing, like I said, they're just mailing it in. They're not even going hard, not even trying. It's going to get crazy. So, it's a good time to just take a break. Wait a couple of days and jump back on when the playoffs start. Or go get your baseball started, whatever else you do. Me, on the other hand, I can't take that break. Like I said, I'm going to be on it every slate. So let's get to it. I'm going to try to guide you through it with what I know and what I think I know right now. But it's going to change throughout the day. So at the point guard, man, give me SGA. 10-2. The only real live pay-up option, in my opinion, on the slate. Like I said, they still fighting for playing position, and them and the Jazz included. Both of them could still get into the playoffs. So, provided they still want to do that, because they can decide they might not want to make the playoffs. Thunder might say bump it and just go home. Who knows? But I think they want to make the playoffs. The Jazz trying to make the play-in, so it's still a fight. That's the most competitive game, the game that has a meaning on the slate. So we're going SGA at 10-2. Hopefully he can lead his team to victory here, and he's the only pay-up option, in my opinion, on the slate. I think everybody else really rests, even if they play. So give me SGA at 10-2. At the shooting guard, we'll look at Skylar Mays. Portland's got everybody questionable or out over there. Who knows the type of team they're going to field. But Skylar Mays has been playing regardless since he signed with the team. And he's been playing very solidly. So if you get him in this spot with no Sharp and whoever else they decide to take out over there, it could be an even better spot for him. And he can give you a better performance than what he's been giving you, though. But he's been 30-30. And I think he had 48 last game out. So I don't mind going to Skylar Mays. He should get all the minutes that he can handle as he's trying to solidify a spot on this team for the future. Going here against the Spurs, no real defense to worry about. Give me Skylar Mays. At the small forward, Cleveland's resting all their starters. All their starters are resting. So I'm looking at Osman. I don't know the starting lineup. It could be Rubio, Danny Green. I'm guessing Stevens, Osman, and then whoever they want to run at center. Who knows how it's going to be, but I'm going with the guys I know from this Cleveland team. Give me Stevens, Osman, and Rubio right now. I have to wait on the rest of the lineup, but like Chetty Osman, especially 3,400, expect him to move into the starting lineup, expect him to get 30-plus minutes. He's a very capable backup that can give you a nice number at this 3,400 price tag, so looking at Chetty Osman. At the power forward, I want to go Kelly Olynyk. Now, we know those Jazz guys are still out. I think they ruled Sexton back out and Marketing out. So, Kelly Olynyk, Taylor Horton Tucker, we seen this show the last couple of weeks, man. Give me Kelly O. Hopefully, he's going to try to lead this Jazz team to a victory. They can try to sneak into the play-in here. This is a big game for them. They need to win this one if they want to sneak into this play-in. So, give me Kelly Olynyk. Expect him to be one of the primary references on the offense over here for the Jazz. And then at the center, this definitely probably going to change once I see who Cleveland starting at center. But the Orlando Magic, they done. They really got nothing to play for. They should just play their starters 30 minutes, but who knows? They could just take this time and look at the backups. But I got Wendell Carter Jr. penciled in right now, but more than likely he's going to change, especially when I get that Cleveland starting lineup. I'll probably take whoever they put at center. But just right now, for the sake of this video, give me Wendell Carter Jr. at 6K, all right? There you have it, your starting five for DraftKings. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Skylar Mays, Chetty Osman, Kelly Olynyk, and Wendell Carter Jr. Let's go look at FanDuel and see what I'm feeling over there. All right. FanDuel at the top, man. Staying with Ricky Rubio. Well, not staying with him, but going with Ricky Rubio 4,500. I'm playing him on DraftKings too, man. Ricky Rubio is probably gonna be my favorite play right now, provided he's in that starting lineup. I think he should. I think he is going to be. I don't see why he wouldn't. So give me plenty of Ricky Rubio on today's slate. Probably be very popular, but it's a solid value play. At the shooting guard, staying with SGA. I told you this is the only guy I'm gonna pay up for. If I'm paying up, it's SGA. You're gonna have lineups tonight that you might leave like $3,000 or $4,000 on the table. I like, in all seriousness, I'm telling you, you're gonna have lineups coming down this stretch with like $4,000 and $5,000 left on the table, just because there's gonna be nobody to pay up for, and you don't want to waste that money on guys who's not playing. So be prepared for that. But give me SGA 10-6. Like I said, the Thunder need to win. They're trying to get in the playoffs, I believe. I don't know. They could say bump it and let it go, but give me SGA at 10-6. Like I said, it wasn't the only game that mattered tonight. At the small forward, stand with Chetty Osman, man. Gonna have plenty of this Cleveland team going against the Magic. Plenty of it, man. Whoever starts over there, get you plenty of this Cleveland squad going against these Magic. Rubio, Osman, Stevens, my favorite three right now on top until we get that starting lineup. At the power forward, like I said, just count on Orlando. Hopefully, just running their young guys out there, letting them get their full run against this Cleveland squad. Going Paolo Banchero here. The price tag is up. A normal slate, he probably wouldn't be in here, but given the state of the slate, the time of year it is, man, and the options we have, give me Paolo Banchero 8,500. And then coming in at center, going back out with Kelly man, 7K, a little uncomfortable with the price tag, but there's really gonna be nobody else to pay for. Nobody else to pay up to for real. I wouldn't be surprised if all those Nuggets starters sit. They locked into the 1 seed. So I wouldn't be surprised if Murray, Jokic, Gordon, Porter, all those guys sit. So you're gonna have another value spot over there. But Olynyk, SGA, I'm just pairing them two in a game that matters, and hopefully we can get the right value pieces around it, all right? There you have it, man. Your starting five for FanDuel. Kelly Paolo Banchero, Chetty Osman, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Ricky Rubio. Get you some exposure to these guys to get them in your player pools. They for sure going to be in mine. You listen, man. The Patreon link is right there. I'm going to be here through the playoffs too, man. I'm here all the way to it get down to 1 game slates. I'm going to be here for you. All right? I really don't do the single game slates and stuff like that. I will just to do something, but not particularly my forte. I don't really like messing with that. But until you get down to one game slates, man, I'm going to be here for you. So join that Patreon, man, if you want to try to sow up a little money at the end of this NBA season. That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.